Hello friends, Kalrao School Halol presenting this video for standard 9th English medium subject SS. Friends, today we are going to discuss about chapter number 10 organs of government. In SS subject, chapter number 10 is describing about the organs which are of the governments and which organs of the government that we have to discuss in this chapter. There are three organs of the government. How many organs of the government? Three organs of the government. Number one, legislator, and the executive, and the number three is judiciary. These three are the organs of the government. Which three organs are the most important question for 1 mark? Friends, you must remember about this. How many organs of the government are there? There are three organs of the government. Number one, legislator. Number two, executive. Number three, judiciary. Okay, these three organs of the government are there in India. We shall study in detail the formation of all these three organs of the government. In this chapter we will study about the formation of the three organs, how it will be format, okay, how it was formatted. So this point or this concept we have to learn in this chapter: organs of the government, their powers and their functions, and their interpersonal relation. Okay, interpersonal relation means which kind of the relation they occupied with each other, so that is called interpersonal relation. So this we have to study in this chapter, organs of the government. Okay, next paragraph. One of the main objective of the nation is maintain law and order and thereby achieve the welfare of the nation. One of the most important objective or the function of the nation, we can say that maintain law and order. Okay, in India there are many different religious follower are there. Okay, many different kind of the caste were there. So during them, okay, how the government will maintain the law and order. So this is the most important thing, thereby achieve and welfare of the nation. And government is trying to achieve the welfare of the nation, how they improvise the growth of the nation. So this is the main function of our government. And the same time the neuter and the protect the freedom and the fundamental rights of the citizens. As a citizen of India, you have the fundamental rights and duties that we already know. Okay, so what is the work of the government? The work of the government is that to protect the fundamental rights and duty of their citizen. For the progressive development of the side, it is necessary that all the three organs of the government, who is the legislator, the executive and judiciary, work the mutual unity. This is very important for the government, that these three organs, okay, legislator, executive and judiciary, all three worked mutual unity with each other. This is the most important point: cooperation and coordination. So this is very necessary for the organs of the government, whether it is executive, whether it is judiciary or it is legislative. It is very necessary for them to work with each other, so that the government can run its administrative effectively and efficiently. Okay, so if they work in the unity, or they worked with each other, they supported with each other, for the government it will become very easy for the administrative work. Okay, the legislative frame the law. What is the work of the legislative? The work of the legislative is to frame the law. The executive implement the framed law, or and whatever the laws were framed by the legislator, executive will work for implemented the whatever the work was framed by, or whatever the law were framed by the legislator. And judiciary, what is the work of the judiciary? Maintain the law and order by punishing the people who violate the law, who break the law. Okay, who the people who broke the law, the work of the judiciary to give the punishment to them. The legislator as per the Constitution of India consists of the parliament as the center and legislative assemblies at a state level. Okay, this is the most important point. As the legislator for the Constitution of India, according to the Constitution of India, the Parliament, what is the Parliament? Parliament is at the Central Legislative Assembly at the state level. Okay, the executive as per the Constitution of India consists of the President. Okay, this is also very important point. The executive as per the Constitution of India, it consists by the President, the Prime Minister and the Cabinet Minister. These three are the main part of the legislative or the assembly of the legislative assembly, which they are President, Prime Minister and Cabinet Minister, and their administrative system at the central and the governor, the chief minister and the cabinet administrative system at the state level. If we are talk about the state level, the head of the state level is we can say chief minister. Okay, and on the state level the head is worked as a governor. Okay, and another ministers were there, they were working in a different kind of the field, they were called cabinet administrative minister. At a state level we are talking about. Whereas into the judiciary, the Supreme Court is at the top. Okay, if we are talk about the judiciary, the Supreme Court is on the top of the country's judiciary system. In the middle they are High Court. High Court, every state has a High Court. Okay, so on the second number we can say part of the judiciary is called High Court, and the state and at the bottom there are the subordinate courts, and at the bottom subordinate court, which courts we can say subordinate court, district court, special court. This is called, these two court are called subordinate court, which were at the district level. These thus the judiciary is separate, independent and organized, all which is completely apart from the legislator and executive. Thus we can say the judiciary is a separate, independent and organization which is worked for the legislative and executive. India is a union of state. Why we can say India is a union of state? Because in India there are many states which became together, which united together and made our country proud. So India is union of a state. No state is completely independent and sovereign. Not a single state of the India is independent and sovereign. The Indian parliamentary system has divided the power according to the principle of the division power between the central and the state. Okay, so this is very important. Indian parliamentary system divided the work according to the principle and division between central and state. Central means the government which is worked from the Delhi, and the state with the government which is worked from each and every state. So this is called state and central and state government. That the legislative and executive is totally independent on each other, whereas the judiciary is a separated, independent and impartial organ. Which kind of the organ of judiciary has? Separate, independent and impartial organ judiciary is. Barabar? Okay, next paragraph. The principle of division of power. Principle of division of power. The government carries the functions of the state, and these are the different from one another. Government is worked for the people, okay, citizen of the India, their welfare, okay, their benefit they are working for. So their functions are different with each other. The functions of the three organs of the government are different from the all function require the central expertise. All the three organs of the government should be administrative by the different people, and each organ should carry out its own function. So this is very important to understood for us, that all the three organs are worked differently, their administrative power are differently, their working method is differently, so they worked separately to carry out their own functions. By the division of the power, misuse can be avoided. Okay, it is necessary to divide the powers between the three organs of the government. It is very necessary, it is very important to divide the powers between the organs of the government. Three organs of the government we already know, in order to make the functions of the government easy and efficient. This way they make the work easy for the government to administrative system and the function as efficiently. For example, the legislator has a power to formulate the laws. We already studied in our previous paragraph what is the work of the legislator. The work of the legislator is power to formulate, but some powers and so given to the effective and the judiciary, that the legislative cannot be misuse its power. Okay, legislative doesn't have authority to misuse its power. Similarity, the executive is controlled by giving the powers to the legislator and the judiciary is controlled by giving the power to the legislative and the executive. So this is the main thing about the legislator and executive. Now here given the number one, a legislator and its detail about there in the point number 1. So what is legislator? India is a republic having the parliamentary democracy. India is a republic country, we already know about that, and it's India has a parliamentary democracy, to the people, by the people, for the people, that is called democracy. Parliamentary democracy India has. Okay, the representations of the people at the central is seen the parliament of the state, is seen the legislative assembly. The parliament is the important apex organizations of the nation. Which is the important and apex organizations of the nation? The parliament is the important and apex organization of the nation. The Indian parliament consists of the president, the vice president, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, legislative of the two types. Okay, in Indian parliament, which are the connected with the Indian parliament, consist of the president, vice president, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Legislative is divided into two parts. Okay. Unicameral legislative and bicameral legislative. When the legislative is consisting of one house, it is called unicameral legislative, and when legislative is consist of the two house, it is called the bicameral legislative. So unicameral legislative and bicameral legislative are different. If legislative is consisting about one house, that is called unicameral legislator, and bicameral legislator is called when legislator is consisting of the two houses. So this is the difference between the unicameral and bicameral. Next paragraph is about at the central level. If we are talk about the central level, upper house of the legislator is called Rajya Sabha. So you must have to remember the upper house of the legislator is called dash. Upper house of the legislator is called Rajya Sabha, and the lower house of the is called Lok Sabha. At the state level, the legislator consists of the legislative assembly and the legislative council. Okay, if we are talk about the state level, the legislator consists of the legislative assembly and legislator council. Okay, most of the state have only the legislative assembly. Most of the state have the only legislative assembly only. Okay, they have legislative assembly only. State like Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra Maharashtra have the legislative council too. Okay, this is 3 state like Bihar, UP and Maharashtra has a legislative assembly and legislative council. Okay, उसके अलावा whatever the states were there, they have only and only legislative assembly. Okay, so next paragraph, legislator at the central level parliament Lok Sabha. So what is called the legislator at the central level parliament Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. Okay, this is very important point. Lok Sabha is called dash. Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. The member of the Lok Sabha are the representative of the people who are elected through the direct election. Whatever the member are connected with the Lok Sabha, they are the representative of the people who elected through their direct election. There are in 545 members of the Lok Sabha. If we are talk about the Lok Sabha, there are 545 members are about the Lok Sabha. Out of the 545 members, 2 members are selected by the president from the Anglo-Indian community. So this is very important. This number, how many members are there into the how many members are there into the Lok Sabha? 545 members are of the Lok Sabha, and out of the 545, 2 members are selected by president from where? Anglo-Indian community. President is a part of the parliament. Okay, president is one of the important part of the parliament, both the parliament, if you are talk about the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. The president addressed the first meeting of the parliament and joined the session of the parliament. Firstly, president was addressed by the meeting, which was first meeting occurred into the parliament, which was addressed by the president and parliament, and to join the session of the parliament. Beside these 2 occasion, one occasion is about the meeting, and second is about the join the parliament. Okay, so this 2 occasion, the president never attend the parliament. Okay, in this 2 occasion president इसके अलावा बराबर, beside this means इसके अलावा president कभी भी जो है वो पार्लियामेंट को अटेंड नहीं करते हैं. प्रेसिडेंट इज नेवर अटेंडिंग द पार्लियामेंट. द प्रेसिडेंट कैन समन बोथ द हाउसेज ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट, कैन withhold the proceeding of both the houses of the parliament, and can even dissolve the parliament. These are the power of the president. Okay, which are the power of the president related with the parliament? The president can summon both the house means Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, upper house and lower house, the parliament, and withhold the proceeding of the both the houses. Parliament can dissolve parliament and can dissolve the parliament. But a bill which has passed through the reading in both the houses of the parliament can become act after the president sign. So this is the another power of the president, that will become act only after the sign of the president. Lok Sabha is not the permanent house. Its term is of 5 years. Lok Sabha is not called permanent house. The time period of the Lok Sabha is about 5 years. If it is not dissolved before the completions of the term. Okay, it is not dissolved until the completion of the term. Next paragraph. The Constitution of India is a supreme and not the permanent. The Constitution of India is supreme and not the parliament. Not permanent, parliament. Hence the president has to enjoy its power within the limits passed by the Constitution. Whatever the limits were decided by the Constitution, president has to work with this limit only. If the laws framed by the parliament violates of the Constitution, they can challenge in the court. If the court finds the frame law against the provisions the Constitution, to the court can nullify the law. So court has also authority, judiciary has also authority to change the law according to the benefit of the Constitution. For qualification for the membership of the Lok Sabha, if you want to become the member of the Lok Sabha, what the qualification do you have? to qualified as a candidate to be elected as a member of the Lok Sabha, he or she must be a citizen of India. First condition, whatever the members were selected for the Lok Sabha, membership of the Lok Sabha, whatever he or she must be the citizen of India, should be 25 years एज और मोर. ओके, 25 years एज और मोर उसकी जो है वो एज होनी चाहिए. He should not be having the unsound mind or insolvent. Okay, so this is also important point. unsound mind नहीं होना चाहिए, मतलब कि वायलेंट या कोई माइंड ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए जिससे दूसरों को नुकसान पहुंचे या वो खुद जो है वो वहाँ पे काम करते हुए नुकसान पहुंचाए. ही और शी शुड नॉट बी एम्प्लॉय ऑफ द सेंट्रल और द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. ओके, तो दिस इज़ ऑल्सो अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि वो किसी भी सेंट्रल और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का एम्प्लॉय नहीं होना चाहिए. ही मस्ट नॉट बी द proven criminal, so he couldn't be a criminal. If he was or she was a criminal, so it is not possible for him or her to qualify as a member of Lok Sabha. There should be a period of a 6 month between two sitting of the parliament. What is the time period of the two sitting between the parliament? 6 month. Okay, a president can dissolve the Lok Sabha on the council of the prime minister. A member of any of the houses of the parliament can attend the proceeding that houses can vote the same houses, but the member of the cabinet ministry can attend the proceeding of both the houses of the parliament, even if he or she is not the member of the Lok Sabha, but if he or she is the member of the upper house, and then he or she can vote for in the house only. State of the Gujarat has the representative of the 26th members. Okay, this is very important. Gujarat state has a 26th member in Lok Sabha. In the term of the Lok Sabha is about the 5 years. Okay, but the president can dissolve it before it is, that is if needed. If a president thought that if it is needed, he can dissolve the time period. In case of the national emergency, the terms of the Lok Sabha can be extended for 1 year. Okay, in the terms of the emergency, the time period will be increased or extended. If the president dissolve the parliament, it cannot be challenged in court. If president was taken the decision about the parliament, against the president, the challenge cannot be presented into the court. Okay. Next point is about the quorum. Quorum is the number of members. Quorum is the number of the members present into the house of the parliament. It is the number of the member present and working into the houses. Out of the total number of the members of the houses, the minimum quorum of the Lok Sabha should be 1/10th. For example, here given the example according to the 1/10th. If the member is 545, 55 should be present. Similarly, the minimum quorum of the Rajya Sabha should be 1/10. Out of 250, 25 should be presented. So 1/10 should be presented into the parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, both the houses. Now second number is about the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. Rajya Sabha, you can say, the upper house of the parliament. It is a representative house of all the state and the union territories of India. Upper house is called representative house of all the union territory and all the state of India. There are in all 250 members in Rajya Sabha. In Rajya Sabha, if you are talk about how many members are there in Rajya Sabha, there are 250 members are there in Rajya Sabha. The members of the Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by the members of the legislative assembly of the state and the union territories through the method of equivalent representation. If in the 238 members of the Rajya Sabha are elected, rest 12 members are maintained by the President of India. So this is very important point. This nominated members should be having the special knowledge of the practical experience and with respect to literature, science, arts, culture, sports and social service. So this is the special knowledge or practical experience related with this topic, like literature, science, arts, culture, sports and social service. Whatever the members are nominated into the by the president, okay, in the Rajya Sabha, they must have the knowledge about this field. Now next point is about the qualification for the membership of the Rajya Sabha. Okay, what are the qualification to become the member of the Rajya Sabha? To be qualified as a candidate and to be elected as a member of the Rajya Sabha, he or she must be a citizen of India. Number one condition is about he or she must have must be a citizen of India. He or she should be 30 years of age or more. Okay, more than 30 years of age he or she must have. Okay, next is he or she must not be unsound mind, insolvent or criminal. He or she should not be the government employee taking salary or holding any office or profit. Okay, state of Gujarat has the representation of the 11 seats into the Rajya Sabha. So this is very important point. From this point, 1 marks question answer will ask in the exam. From the state of Gujarat, how many representations of the seats into the Rajya Sabha? 11. Okay, Rajya Sabha is the permanent house. It cannot be dissolved, but 1/3 of its member retire every 2 years and the same number of the members are elected. Thus the tenure of the member of the Rajya Sabha is about 6 years. However, the members of the eligible for co-elections and renominational. So this is the qualification which were required to become the membership of the Rajya Sabha. Okay. Generally both the houses of the parliament meets for three times in a year. Generally both the houses of the parliament, both the houses means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha of the parliament meets for 3 times in a year. These meetings are called the season. Okay, this is the budget season, number 1. Number 2 monsoon season, and number 3 is winter season. These 3 seasons are there. Number 1 is budget season, number 2 is monsoon season, and number 3 winter season. Okay, the vice president of the India by the virtue of his office held the office by the chairman of Rajya Sabha, whereas the vice chairman of the Rajya Sabha is elected by the members of the Rajya Sabha from among themselves only. The first chairman of the Rajya Sabha was Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Who was the first chairman of the Rajya Sabha? Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan was the first chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Next point, the speaker of the Lok Sabha. The main function of the speaker is to see what is the main function of the speaker? The main function of the speaker is to see the proceeding of the Lok Sabha gets the organized into the prescribed form, to maintain the discipline, okay, order and dignity of the houses are the top and most functions of the speaker. This is the function for the speaker. Okay, what are the functions for the speaker? The main function of the speaker is to see the proceeding of the Lok Sabha and get organized into the prescribed from. Number 2, maintain the discipline, order and dignity of the houses. So these are the most top functions for the speaker. The member of the Lok Sabha elected their speaker and deputy speaker from among themselves. Okay, from there only the members of the Lok Sabha, they can elect their speaker. The speaker preside over the session of the Lok Sabha and maintain the control of its functioning. The speaker expect the discipline from the member of the Lok Sabha. So speaker expecting about the discipline from the member of the Lok Sabha. The speaker is the protector of the dignity. Speaker is called the protector of the dignity of the houses, and his decision in the houses are the final and conclusive. The decision of a speaker is called the final decision and the conclusive decision. Next paragraph. Speaker can belong to any of the political party, can belong to any of the political party, or can even have a strong support from the political party. But after being appointed as a speaker, okay, स्पीकर कोई भी पार्टी से हो सकता है, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी से हो सकता है, या कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी उसको सपोर्ट करती होनी चाहिए. ओके, वॉट एवर द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज वर देयर दे कैन सपोर्ट देम. बट आफ्टर बीइंग द स्पीकर और आफ्टर अपॉइंटिंग द स्पीकर, अगर उसको एक बार स्पीकर बना दिया जाए द लोकसभा के अंदर, इट इज़ द एक्सपेक्टेड दैट द स्पीकर कैरी आउट द प्रोसीडिंग ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट इन द फ्री एंड इनपार्शियल मैनर मतलब किसी की तरफदारी नहीं कर सकता. वेदर इट इज़ बिलोंग विथ वॉट एवर द पार्टी, बराबर, वो किसी भी पार्टी से हो, किसी के लिए पार्शियल नहीं हो सकता. द स्पीकर शुड बी अ न्यूट्रल. बाय गेनिंग द majority of the member of Lok Sabha on a resolution to remove the speaker. Okay, with this a speaker can be removed from the post by giving a 40 days notice period. Okay, वो अगर चाहे तो 40 days क्या टाइम पीरियड का नोटिस देकर उसके बाद वो रिमूव हो सकता है. all the speeches can criticism into the Lok Sabha is done by the addressing the speaker only. The working in both the houses of the parliament can be carried out in either Hindi or English. So these two languages are used into the both the houses. But a speaker can permit any member of the Lok Sabha to speak in on its own language in case he does know हिंदी और इंग्लिश, बराबर. हिंदी और इंग्लिश अगर किसी को पता नहीं है और ही इज़ द मेंबर ऑफ द लोकसभा और राज्यसभा, तो वो स्पीकर जो है ही और शी कैन गिव द परमिशन टू स्पीक them to their own language. Okay, all native language or local language. If any member of the Lok Sabha remain the absent, okay, in the condition of the absent for the constitution for the continuous time period of the 60 days, अगर लगातार 60 days तक कोई एबसेंट रहता है लोकसभा और राज्यसभा में विदाउट इन्फॉर्मिंग द स्पीकर को इन्फॉर्मिंग करे बिना, देन सीट इज डिक्लेयर्ड एज द वैकेंट. ओके, तो उस सीट को वैकेंट डिक्लेयर कर दिया जाता है. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज अबाउट द कास्टिंग वोट. ड्यूरिंग एनी प्रोसीडिंग ऑफ द हाउसेस देयर अराइजेज एनी क्वेश्चन, मैटर और प्रॉब्लम और द डिसीजन ऑन बिल और एक्ट. द डिसीजन अपॉन it is to be taken especially when the member vote in favor or against the member are equal member, then such conditions the speaker can give his decision vote, which is known as the casting vote. So this is very important question is asking in the exam, what is called casting vote. तो उसका आंसर क्या होगा कि ड्यूरिंग एनी प्रोसीडिंग ऑफ द हाउसेस, ओके, कोई भी हाउसिंग के प्रोसीडिंग के दरमियान there arises a question, any question, if there will be arising any question, matter or problem or discussion on any bill or act or related to the bill or act, the decision upon to it's taken especially when the member of votes in favor or against the matter are equal member. In such a condition the speaker can give his decision vote, which is known as casting vote. Okay, apart from the such situation the speaker cannot vote. Shri Ganesh Vasudev Maulankar was the first speaker of the Lok Sabha. So this is where also very who was the speaker of the Lok Sabha first, who was the first speaker of the Lok Sabha? Vasudev Maulankar. Okay, in the absence of the speaker the proceeding are कंडक्टेड बाय द डेप्यूटी स्पीकर. ओके, अगर प्रेसिडेंट स्पीकर नहीं है, इन द एब्सेंट ऑफ द स्पीकर, उस प्रोसीडिंग को उस जो भी है वो मैटर को कंडक्ट कौन करेगा? हु विल कंडक्ट दिस मैटर? डेप्यूटी स्पीकर. इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ द स्पीकर द डेप्यूटी स्पीकर द The proceeding of the Lok Sabha are conducted by the speakers panel. Okay, speaker की जो panel होती है उससे वो conduct करेगा, consisting of the senior experience and the two who are the familiar with the proceeding of the parliament, except from the different political party. Whatever the members were there, different political party, if he or she has an experience to run out this in the absence of the speaker, he or she can run, okay, on behalf of him or her. Okay, so till here we can stop our explanation of this lesson. Chapter number 10 we are discussing about organs of the government. Okay, so in which the principle of the principle of the division of power बराबर है, that point we already seen. Okay, और उसके अलावा whatever the qualification for the member of the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, what is called Lok Sabha, what is called Rajya Sabha, what is the power of the president, what is the speaker, okay, what is the post of the speaker in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we discussed in this video. So I hope you guys can understand whatever the topics are there in this lesson, in this video, whatever we are discussing about. I hope you will get in your mind. Okay, so in our next video we will discuss about the next part or next few important points about this lesson. Okay friends, bye, take care.